One of the most prominent legacies of the COVID pandemic has been a profound digital acceleration. Modern technologies have largely benefited from periods of forced isolation, and they are reconfiguring power dynamics at the workplace. We have been witnessing the expansion of managerial prerogatives without the activation of legal remedies. New technologies have been introduced for both essential frontline workers and remote workers. We discuss the stark polarization between these two categories and find that the common denominator is a new wave of COVID-induced surveillance, pandemic panopticon as we call it. Essential frontline workers had to show up and to follow new precautionary rules. New tools were introduced, ranging from ultrasonic bracelets beeping every time two workers were within virus-catching distance, or even more sinister instruments connecting artificial intelligence, mask detection system, and facial recognition. On the other side, we have been witnessing a massive experimentation in remote work. Despite the exceptional and challenging circumstances, those workers who were forced to familiarize with this new modality found it convenient and even successful in terms of engagement. At the same time, regrettably, not all managers are prepared to extend unsupervised autonomy. Many react in alarm by introducing platform and software to check the number of emails sent, the hours spent online, the keystrokes on a keyboard, taking screenshots of the desktop, or even forcing workers to keep the camera on under the erroneous assumption that workers don't stay motivated on their own. This is somehow contradictory because productivity hasn't dropped during the pandemic. What is happening is the rise of algorithmic bosses, as we call it. The possibility of entrusting those functions that have been traditionally performed by human managers and employers to AI and algorithmic tools that are far less open-minded than human bosses who happen to be flexible to a certain extent. Remote workers have been witnessing a shift in the locus and the temporal scope of surveillance. On the other side, essential workers have experienced a change from direct observation to technocratic control. Labor regulation has already a built-in layer of surveillance, but these new tools are somehow displacing existing frameworks which have been conceived at a moment where the potential of technologies was somehow unthinkable. There are some crucial lessons that can be learned for the future, allowing more discretion in selecting meaningful outcomes, and the methods and actions and tools through which they can be attained positively correlates with success and productivity. To build a more sustainable workplace in the future, it will be crucial to invest in digital skills and literacy, empowerment of workers, and social dialogue at the company level between management and labor, in order to design and implement new company policies putting people at the center of digital transformation.